Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I want to thank my CEO and Chairman, Ned Brooks, of the National Kidney Donation Organization. I want to thank Scott Wohl, Senior Manager of Community and Government Affairs for Live On New York. Of course, an absolute special thanks to Chief Holmes for inviting us here today. I'd also like to take just a brief second to thank Commissioner Shea, Commissioner Miller, Chief DeLisi, and Detective Passaro for putting on this event today and supporting organ donation, both deceased and living. The last time I stepped foot in this building was August 28th of 2020 when I retired as a detective out of the Intelligence Bureau. My name is Michael Lalo, and I'm the president of the National Kidney Donation Organization. Back in 2018, while working as a detective for the Intelligence Bureau, I donated my kidney to a stranger. Since my donation, I've been part of the National Kidney Donation Organization, helping educate and create awareness for living kidney donation. The NYPD has been an absolutely huge supporter of mine, as well as all types of organ donation. The NYPD has gathered an amazing group of people here today to support Police Officer Tommy Alexander, who will meet Sergeant William Gaspari for the very first time. Sergeant Gaspari donated his kidney to a stranger so that Tommy could end his years on dialysis. I'll explain a little bit in a moment how that worked. We're also here to help a police officer who is in need of a kidney. I'm going to introduce her a little bit later in the program. And Chief Holmes, I think, has a very exciting announcement to make, which is the first of its kind partnership here in New York City, and I'm so excited to hear her remarks. I want to introduce the following people who are here, all current active members of the NYPD. And they came to support this event, and I really can't thank them enough. So when I say your name, please stand up. First up is Mario DeLeo, Sergeant Mario DeLeo. Sergeant DeLeo donated his kidney, stay standing, yeah. So, donated his kidney on February 19th of 2020 to his wife, Jody. What's interesting is that Jody's dad gave her his kidney when she was 10 years old. And that kidney lasted 33 years. And it's another reason why we promote living kidney donation, because it's the best chance for someone who's in need of a kidney. I remember visiting Sergeant DeLeo at the hospital, and I actually got upset when I walked in, because Sergeant DeLeo was in tip-top shape, which was not what I was like on my second day. He got up, he gave me some water, he walked me into his wife's room, so I never got to tell you that, but I was a little upset by your condition. But it seems he did well. Thank you very much. Next up, a civilian member of the service, Christopher Tomey. Christopher donated his kidney to his husband, Donald Moy. Unfortunately, Donald was supposed to be here today, but out of an abundance of caution because of the new variant, it was advisable for him to stay home. Donald was on dialysis for 3 years until Christopher was found to be a perfect match, not just in life, but it's for the kidney as well, which is kind of awesome. I had the pleasure of visiting both Donald and Chris in the hospital. I will say Christopher did not look as good as Sergeant DeLeo. He actually was not able to get out of bed when I came to go visit him. So what's kind of funny is I asked if I can go meet his husband, and I did, and I got to take the first walk with Donald around the hospital with your kidney, and it was truly amazing. So I kind of felt like I was walking with you since there was a little piece of you in him. Thank you so much. Next is Stefan Trotman, another civilian member of the NYPD. Donated his kidney to a stranger on April 19, 2019, creating a two-person chain. Now, you may say that's pretty impressive, but what's more impressive is that Stefan lost 200 pounds so he could donate that kidney to a stranger. And that is just an absolute testament to who you are. So I got to go visit, I guess I visit a lot of people in hospitals. So I got to go visit Stefan in the hospital. He donated at Weill Cornell, which is the same hospital that I donated at, and he looked a little bit better than me as well. So, okay, and we have next Detective Dennis Harrigan and his son Jack. So I got connected with Dennis early on because he was a match for Jack, and Jack was in desperate need of a kidney. So I was kind of mentoring through the process a little bit. Dennis was weeks away from donating to his son Jack when they got a call that a perfect match kidney was found from a deceased donor. This was facilitated by Live On New York, and Jack was transplanted on February 16, 2021. Dennis told me that the kidney is doing phenomenal, right? And Jack is a healthy young man, right, Jack? Yep, all right, don't like to be put on the spot. This is Jack's second transplant. His first transplant, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me, was given to him as a live donor by a family member, but unfortunately his situation wasn't detected and his condition actually destroyed that kidney. So I think he's 13, is that right? Excellent. Yeah, so 13 years, this is his second organ transplant. So if anyone would like to speak to any of these amazing members of the NYPD, they'll all be available at the conclusion of the event. Thank you so much. You don't have to remain standing. Now, I don't want to keep Tommy waiting any longer. Tommy, can you come up here? Maybe stand next to Chief Holmes. Back in April of 2018, both Sergeant Gaspari and myself saw a posting to help Tommy. Unknown to either of us, we contacted the transplant center that Tommy was affiliated with at the time, and neither of us received a response. Sergeant Gaspari and I both thought the exact same thing. I guess he got a kidney. So after I donated, I found out that Tommy did not get a kidney. Unfortunately, the situation wasn't handled properly over at the transplant center, and we never got a call back, so we weren't even able to be tested for Tommy. So after I donated my kidney, I became much more knowledgeable about living kidney donation from volunteering with NKDO and my kidney mentor, Ned Brooks. So myself and two other members of the service, Detective Lava and Sergeant Colleen Walsh, who's also a kidney donor, encouraged Tommy to change transplant centers. And we moved him from the center he was at to NYU Langone, which is a phenomenal center. But what's really important about that is that they're affiliated with the National Kidney Registry. And what that did was that gave someone like Sergeant Gaspari the ability to donate on Tommy's behalf, okay? Good. All right, so Tommy didn't need a match. He just needed a donor, okay? A match is not what's important. You just need someone to come to donate on your behalf. And how that works, very simply, because we don't have a lot of time, is Sergeant Gaspari put a kidney into the pool, and then Tommy got a kidney that was a perfect match out of the pool. It's an amazing program by the National Kidney Registry. Myself and retired Sergeant Colleen Walsh, who's also a living donor, when I found out that Tommy didn't have the kidney, we put together this video through the help of DCPI. Sergeant Gaspari saw that video and said to himself, I thought that guy got a kidney. So after seeing the video, Sergeant Gaspari immediately started the process to donate to Tommy on his behalf. And on November 16, 2020, Sergeant Gaspari donated his kidney to a stranger and gave Tommy a voucher for a kidney. Tommy was able to redeem that voucher on December 30th of 2020, and he was transplanted, ending his 3 years on dialysis. So I think now would probably be a really good time to have Sergeant Gaspari and Police Officer Tommy Alexander meet for the very first time. Oh, my. Oh my God. How cool is that? Some of your dad is like right in there, right? You guys want to come up to the podium real quick? Sure. Not that we wanted to put you on the spot, but Tom, you want to go first? What's it like to meet Sergeant Gaspari?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, I've waited a year to meet you, and it's been great. You know, from where I've been to now, it's just been fantastic. It's great to meet you, and like I said, the job's taking care of me, and you know, I'm very grateful. Thank you for everything.
Of course, absolutely.
Awesome.
Sergeant Gaspari, want to?
Yes, I just want to say, I mean, I'm happy that I finally got to meet you for so long. Like, people will tell you, I kept on reaching out. I'm like, how's he doing? How's he doing? Once I heard everything went well, it's just I've been dying to meet you, so I'm extremely happy right now. Extremely happy.
Well, you got a friend now.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys want to hang out over here for a minute?
Of course. Of course.
Sure.
We're going to get all the important pictures at the end. So there are three reasons why we're here today. One is to Tommy to meet Sergeant Gaspari, and the two other are coming up. Right now, I'd like to talk to you about Police Officer Vadrian Alston. Vadrian, could you please stand up? So I checked this morning with UNOS, which is the Unified Network of Organ Sharing, and right now, today, 97,957 people are waiting for a kidney in the United States. And in New York alone, the state of New York, 7,341 of them reside right here. and we have one of those people in this room today. And I'm so glad that we've partnered up with Vadrian to help her find a voucher donor, just like Sergeant Gaspari was to Tommy. So just to give you a little bit of background about Vadrian, she's been on the police department for 16 years. She's a mom of Anthony, who's 23, and Ava, who's 7. Currently, she's in stage 4 renal failure. She likes to appreciate life, and she also loves traveling. So what I'm asking for all of you who are watching this, reading this, or seeing this is to share her story. That's what's most important. And they're going to see Vadrian's story, okay? They're going to see Vadrian's story, and it's going to touch them just like Tommy's story touched Sergeant Gaspari. So the National Kidney Donation Organization is going to handle all of the intake that comes in for people to help Vadrian. Someone like myself, someone like Ned, we have our living donor with the NKDO, Steve Wilson, in the audience, will be there to assist them and walk them through the process. So please, I ask you to share Vadrian's story and help us find the donor. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Chief Holmes, Chief of Patrol, who's going to have an exciting announcement to make.
Thank you so much, Mike, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you. And amazing, amazing. Good morning, everyone. Members of the NYPD never cease to amaze me, with their generosity and their sacrifice, which is exhibited here today. And William and Tommy, I'm quite sure you'll have a long-standing relationship after today. So, but I just like to mention in my 34 years, I've never seen anything like this where I'm standing up here with 2 members of this department that actually now share literally parts of one another. And it's a unique bond, and congratulations, Tommy. Sergeant William Gaspari literally gave a part of himself to Officer Tommy Alexander, someone he never met. And I didn't know that until today. All across the city, there are hundreds of New Yorkers who are looking for someone to help, like Sergeant Gaspari did for Officer Alexander. This also includes members of our very own department, like Vadrian Alston, who's here with us today. This is why I'm proud to announce that on Thursday, December 16th, Live On New York, as well as the National Kidney Donation Organization, will be working with each of 8 of our patrol boroughs, signing people up to be organ donors and sharing information about living kidney donations. I know it's a lot to ask for, but it's a lot that you can give. You can give mothers and fathers decades more with their children. You can give young people longer lives to grow up and live a productive life and continue to serve this great city that we live in. So I just want to ask that you come out December 16th, Thursday, December 16th, 2021, and we'll have a designated precinct in all 8 boroughs, and that'll be announced at a later time, where you can just come and just, even if you want to inquire about it, but, more importantly, if you can sign up to be an organ donor, it'd be greatly appreciated, and you'll actually be saving a lot of lives. Michael mentioned over 97,000. That's an amazing number of people here in New York City, where by simply being a organ donor, that you can help them. So I want to say thank you to everyone here. Thank you to Live On New York. Thank you to the National Kidney Donation Organization. And thank you to Sergeant Gaspari.
Okay, so we'll take a couple of questions.
Mike?
We're going to be doing one-on-ones, but anybody have any other questions for anybody up there now? I think they want to get right to the interviews.
Cool.
Okay.
Are we good?
Sure.
Actually, can I ask a quick question? Explain to us again, just, so I donated, as a live person, I donated kidney to the system.
Yep.
And then that could go to anybody, and when the person who needs the kidney, they pull from the pile. It's like adding.
Yeah, so I'll try and explain it as brief and as concise as possible. So the National Kidney Registry created this program, which is amazing. It's called the Standard Voucher Program, and that's what happened in this case. So someone is in need of a kidney, but they have someone willing to donate for them, but they're not a match. So typically, the old match term, people would say, oh, I'm not A, I'm not O, and they would just go away. But the National Kidney Registry created this amazing program where there are 100 hospitals throughout the United States that are affiliated with them. So all someone like Vadria needs to get access to those donors pool, the donor pool that's within those 100 hospitals, is for someone to donate into the pool on her behalf. So it's almost like a really big pay it forward thing. And one of the important things, to tie it in a little bit to Live on New York, is that Sergeant Gaspari didn't just help Tommy. Okay, there was at least 2 people who got transplanted because of this. Because whoever Sergeant Gaspari's kidney went to, they had to have someone put a kidney into the pool. So 2 people at minimum got removed from the deceased donor list, and that raised the people who are on the list, you know, to a higher level because it took them off the list. Hope that answers your question.
Tina, you got a question?
Sure. Chief Holmes, hi, the event on December 16th, is that just for police officers to sign up or for anyone?
No, that's for anyone. So it's going to be open to the public. They'll actually have a table set up outside the designated precincts, and anyone can actually sign up.
Any other questions? All right. This is such an exciting event. I had an officer that heard about it, and he's also a kidney donor, and he came down. So with that said, everyone, thank you so much. We'll set up some individual interviews, and we're good, right?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
so much. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all that you do.
Of course, thank you.